I'm here. I'm just loading.
Oh no, I'm just gonna go ahead and read the recap. Our adventurers, after communicating with some of the locals, had decided to investigate some of the neighboring villages, starting with Forest View, east of Whitestone. It was there the party split up to find clues from the villagers and other potential leads for the whereabouts of the children. Z, Volgrim, and Isrin, upon discovering a familiar claw, had decided to investigate the farm close to the forest. Finding the demon lying in wait, they seized the opportunity and dispatched them before they had the chance to fool them. They investigated further, finding a shed reeking of death and a chest of dubious contents. They continued to the barn, where they discovered more demons lying in wait. However, they were much less prepared for these. They fought bravely, but unfortunately, Volgrim was slain in combat, as their body was then possessed by the demon, as Z and Isrin fled to safety. Argos, surveying the village looking for clues, encountered an odd individual by the name of Reynard. They were veiled in a cloak of mystery, as they also seemed to know more than they let on. Reynard told Argos, if they wished to speak more, to meet them at the orc camp of the White Shield clan. Argos then proceeded to join Other in his quest to investigate the abandoned windmill west of the village. Argos veiled Other in invisibility as they investigated and discovered a mysterious part of the building that was inaccessible. Other and Argos thoroughly looked around and found nothing to grant them passage. Other bravely ventured forth up the windmill and was promptly torn apart by the demons lying in it. Argos waited for his fellow adventurer, who never returned. Right. And
Edge.
Hmm?
Sad.
yes. While you were gone, 2 of your compatriots were slain in battle.
Oh no.
So,
I don't know.
if I recall,
Other's demise wasn't really a battle. That was what we call a gank.
He was promptly torn apart. Yes.
In a gank, he got ganked.
As
Ganked?
all right.
Oh, yeah. He got hella ganked.
As the adventurers reconvened, sort of licking their wounds from their battle, they returned back to Whitestone City and stayed at an inn east of this closer to the east side of the wall. You guys are staying at a inn called the Sentinel. All right.
Yep. Argos first to hop out of bed, just like swings the door wide open, striking a pose.
Right.
It's a wonderful morning.
Welcome to the Sentinel. As you all received a so let's you made yourself an extra token. Here you go. I'll give you. You made yourself an extra token as well. Dang it! Here, you can have this one.
No, we're just seeing double. There's just 2 of them. It's the worst thing ever.
Oh, and no Odal is staying on the stable of the right, up there. They unfortunately cannot enter the inn. But, so if I believe correctly, sort of ending off the last campaign, it was either Miro or Z asking the stone that was provided to them to the agent on the other end to relay the information to Lord Albert about the new about the new information that you have gathered, particularly that there seems to be some sort of demons really close to Forest View Village. And the agent responds with that adventurers will be sent to Forest View Village, and that if they want to recover or at least get recuperate their party size to go once again visit Forestview Village and to join up with the adventurers there. So,
Okay. Yep, Argos just takes a seat and starts orders up some breakfast grub. I need that energy today.
Z's just waiting to head out back to the other tavern.
And
Celeste
then,
misses no odal.
apparently nobody's taught Argos how to eat apples before, so he's just like literally chucking them into his mouth.
You eat apples.
It's valid.
Like whole,
There.
yeah, you just see whole apples like disappear, and maybe a crunch every now and then, mixed in with maybe a few rolls of bread.
sounds lovely. Is there any questions you wanted to ask the party? Decide on a plan, or did you guys just want to go ahead and for me to send you to the world map?
I got nothing to ask.
Mm-hmm.
Z has a demon ask.
So, as Argos is trying to speak with his muffle, so there seems to be a sinister force in the windmill. That's where I lost track of Uther.
God, he does it so well, though.
Why can't we check it out?
The more time we spend on other activities, the less time there is to complete this mission.
Anyone else?
All right. Party is in solemn silence, as I'm sure at some point you guys eat your morning breakfast. Had your fill. Argos is clearly stuffing themselves. As yes, back to the map of Whitestone. So, the new inn, the Sentinel, is over here.
Z heads over to the other tavern. With anyone who'll join in tow, because they have to interrogate the demon some more.
Yep. Argos just like beats on his chest to like hopefully make sure the food goes down. Well, the last I heard of Uther, it was a rather ghastly scream. And then silence. Perhaps we should make sure that that windmill is cleansed of any foul forces.
Alright, it seems that Z is intent on returning to the Watcher Inn. As the, once again, the dreaded splitting of the party. Tricky. But will any of you guys be joining him his interrogation with the Dretch?
Not this time, no.
Go with him.
Alright, Celeste will be accompanying them. I'm not actually going to go ahead and pull you on the map. I'm just going to go ahead and just theater mind it here. I'm just going to go ahead and drop a Dretch. Where did those bad boys put it? Here they are. Alright, so, yep, you guys returned to the Watcher. The people at the inn were kind of surprised that you guys didn't make a return, but they're glad to see that you guys are safe. They kept the dretch. They didn't feed it. They just sort of just left it into that pulp that Z and Bulgrim beat it down into. And Celeste, I believe you actually do speak Abyssal, right? Celeste.
Sorry. I don't know why my mic is weird. Yes.
Okay. Yes. So you actually do speak Abyssal. As upon entering the barn where they were keeping it, it's still bound, still in the pulp that it is. It looks a bit more skinnier, as though it definitely hasn't eaten or anything for the past 2 days. As it's still just saying in the Abyssal language that you understand as the master return into the house.
Gets ready for a swift kick, but then just kind of gently brings it down, and just asks Celeste to ask where its master is again.
Where's your master?
Still like choking and gagging in its own words as it's just repeating the same phrase over and over. This thing does not seem to be intelligent in any way whatsoever.
Guys, ask who its master is.
What if we're just like, hail the master?
You say hail the master in Abyssal, and it is still in the most broken way possible, just repeating the same phrase. Bring them to the master.
Doesn't seem like we're gonna get anywhere with this guy.
I do not believe so either. So we have two options here. Either I finally kill this thing, or we bring it something to bring back to its master and follow it.
That's a good idea.
But what does it want?
Children.
I'm not sure we could requisition a child, though I wouldn't be against it.
You easily determine the time to be around 10 o'clock in the morning. Alright, sorry, continue.
I don't suppose there would be any dwarves. Z actually speaks into the little sending so to ask if they have any dwarves who could act like a children after explaining the plan.
I think I have the stone.
What, you did?
Yeah, I do
No,
have the stone.
I thought I had the stone.
You had it, and then you had given it first
Oh, okay.
last session. So, at this point, the stone is... You know what? Roll me a d2. Z has the stone.
Okay.
Alright, so you asked, since you do have the stone, you went ahead and asked the agent on the other end if there is any children that they want to basically use, or I guess an individual who looks like a child, correct?
Yes, Z does not believe they will actually give a child, although, you know,
Yeah.
it would be a
So you're asking for an individual that looks like a child. The agent on the other end will let you know that they're going to relay this information to Lord Albert to see if they're going to be able to find someone as such.
How long would that take?
The agent responds with, roll me a d4.
Oh, what?
D4. The next time they're going to be meeting in Lord Albert's presence will be in 3 days, as they are currently busy with a bunch of other adventurers at this time.
Z will give this thing a it's a level 1 healing word. Just to make sure it doesn't die until then.
Magical healing, fellas.
Yeah, and some scraps of food. Meat, specifically, as they just leave.
Like, you just, like, throw it on the ground, like, yeah. Put it
Yeah,
on the
we can
ground.
reach it.
Yep, this thing, surprisingly makes no attempt to eat the food.
Hmm.
If this one dies, we'll capture another.
Alright. I'm guessing at some point, I'm just gonna say you probably left extremely early, so you guys are still with the party. Oh, and Miro, right? You were one of you guys, someone had the hat, right? The mysterious hat?
I think Z picked up... But no, wait. Z wasn't the one who picked up the hat, right? No. Somebody picked it up.
It was you, Isrin, and Volgrim with the mysterious hat. I do not believe Volgrim was left with it. So it's either you or
Yeah.
Isrin.
Isrin didn't have it.
So
it's probably...
It was Z.
Yeah.
Anyways, so at some point, given the absolute length of time that you had this hat, you do identify it as the Hat of Sheer Luck. Did that go to everyone?
Mhm.
Okay.
Cool. Alrighty. So what is the intention right now? To return to Forest View Village?
That is my intention.
Isrin, Miro, Z.
Yeah, they'll follow along with this. They're not super interested in going to the windmill.
Okay. Okay, so you follow the adventurers reconvene, and they all make their way back to Forest View Village. I believe you came from the north this time, so go. As you approach the village, you see soldiers clad in white, or I would say more likely to say paladins clad in white. As much like the orcs on the other side, they stop your advance, and as they say, "Halt! Who are you? Identify yourself."
Z
Artigo's
shows
just-
the-
yeah.
Present the stone, you mean?
Yeah.
Yep. They're like, "Ah, yes, more adventurers. We've been needing some. Lord, it's under Lord Albert's request that more adventurer groups enter. Do be wary, as we've gotten word from a pair of adventurers that there seems to be demons lurking about." As they stand to the side, let you passage.
Argos just runs ahead. Come on, this way. He eventually just like runs his ass all the way down to the windmill.
Isrin will just walk and follow him. They're in no rush.
Ride on Noodle, so it should be faster, but you know.
Yep.
Right as they get to the center of the city, they check the nail once more.
You're specifically looking for that demon type of variety, and you're looking, and you do not sense any sort of thing that matches that. All right, and I believe at some point, due to Argos's diligence to remove this evil, y'all eventually arrive on the outside of the windmill.
As Argos runs by the orcs, he's just like, "Good morning."
They just like grunt at you, you're pretty.
Yep. Be warned. I did at least confirm one body. And our assailants seem to be able to phase through surfaces.
Z is waiting for Argos to go first.
Weren't there supposed to be, as I look around with Sid, with my two familiars, like, weren't there supposed to be other adventurers that were supposed to join us? Or did they already die?
As Argos is about to prepare to step in, is like, huh, you make a good point.
Well, at the moment, you can see you're not seeing any adventurers here.
Why do these people rush so much? I walk back to the orcs at the west side of the village and ask them where the other adventurers went.
Right. Miro leaves the scene for a brief period of time and asks the orcs where the rest of the adventurers are. As they give like a downtrodden sigh as they said, they actually split up. I'm not entirely certain
And
why.
none of them went in the direction of the windmill.
Actually, we did see one enter.
I come back, bones creaking, and say, "Okay, that adventurer is dead. Let's just go."
All right. Argos strums up his instruments, and next you know, he's invisible. Yep. And he
All
just,
right,
like,
Argos is now invisible. Can you just like mark yourself real quick? Now, which one of you guys has the dark vision?
I have like 60 feet.
No dark vision.
All right. Someone is casting light. Who is it?
Z.
Okay. All right. So
Vision.
Argos enters and sees the ever familiar feet dangling off to the side.
Mm-hmm. Argos kind of puts his back to this wall, and it can't. Wait, do we close this door?
All the doors appear to be closed again.
Yeah. Argos pushes his back against this wall, reaches around, and tries to push the door open.
Yes. You push open the door and you see the very familiar empty room again. All right. See this?
Mm-hmm.
This.
Yep. Argos steps through the door.
Yeah. Nothing seems to happen. This building seems to be long since abandoned. It's certainly not being used for storage anymore, as the villagers seem to be keeping away from that.
Mm-hmm. With the same, I guess, grace, he just like tiptoes over here and does the same with this door.
Yes, you open the door, and much like all the other rooms, this one is pouring in sunlight. It's
I see
once
no
again
bodies.
just an empty room.
He tiptoes over here to open this door.
And in this room, complete darkness. Now, if you can roll me a perception check.
All right.
All right, fairly high. You don't see anything, but you can feel eyes watching
Like watching the room or watching me?
you.
Hmm.
As you now hear like some sort of, and that's it.
Yep. Argos kind of tiptoes his way back over to this door. Mhm. And walks up this direction.
Yep. You see the familiar dead adventurer. It seems to be gotten much more stench.
Decomposed.
Yeah, it's definitely more decomposed than when you last saw it.
Oof. Goes down this hallway and kind of nimbly reaches over and like pushes this door open.
Yep. You push open the door, which you did not see last time, but Other did. As you push open the door, and you see a new body, or rather, at least new by the standard it compares to the dead guy that you saw a while ago.
Yep.
As this body appears to be fresh.
Far less stench. All right. Argos steps around. Yep. And steps back outside. And he speaks in a tone where everyone should be able to hear him. Like, I'm getting a bad vibe from this structure for sure. And I do believe I found the fresh adventurer. He doesn't look so well.
As
You
they're
mean he's
dead?
dead?
To be frank, yes.
Well, youngins, is that enough of you going off on your own at this point? Shall we actually enter together?
Yes, I do believe we should attempt to purge this evil.
I didn't say that, but okay.
Well, you did say enter together.
So much energy and ambition. As I instead sit down and begin casting detect magic. You guys have 10 minutes. Feel free to not die by then, please.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We'll wait.
Let's see. Let's check something real quick.
All right, so that lasts for 10 minutes. So I'm just gonna say that's gonna be pretty much up the entirety of what I assume most of this. We shouldn't take you 10 minutes to investigate a whole windmill. All right, I'll just make a note of it.
I guess as it passes and I finally begin detecting magic, I finally sense where Argos is. It's like,
Hmm.
I didn't even know about that.
Argos is just kind of just sitting there.
Well, I guess you youngins need someone with more experience to take the lead since you're all just sitting around me while I cast magic.
Argos promptly hops up and walks alongside Miro.
Does Morgan's character show up during this 10 minutes of casting?
No.
Huh. Alright.
I'll leave Noodle outside.
No Odal.
Yeah, no Odal.
I push open this door and get a Steel Defender and Homunculus to go in first.
Mm-hmm. No problem. Yep, they look around, they see nothing. And upon entering Miro, your detect magic is showing you something on that wall.
Is it
As
illusion?
No.
Okay, so
You-
what school is it?
Well, I mean, you could faintly see this symbol on the wall. And the school... Let me just get that real quick. Sorry. I never actually considered what school this would actually be. I'll just give you a brief description, and at that point you can figure it out, I guess. It appears to be the school of whatever is often used to block passageways or keep things out.
Abjuration.
Abjuration. There you go. You can faintly see the what basically amounts to it. It looks a little bit glowy to you.
Yeah, I just remark. There's some kind of magic rune on the west wall, and as I look around more, and probably something actually beyond this wall, magic is stopping us from getting to it, though.
And as Isran walks in, they cast Detect Evil and Good.
That one also lasts 10 minutes. Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna say that you pretty much have it up on your person this entire time. Yes, nothing seems to happen else besides that. Besides the mysterious wall that slightly less mysterious now.
I attempt to get my homunculus to just attack the sigil.
Sure. Well, I don't know like how long you intend to attack it, but your
Just
homunculus.
once, see if anything
Yeah.
happens.
Oh, okay, yeah. You attack the sigil, and how does your homunculus attack?
It is a beam that's 30 feet in range.
It's
Just
like
a force beam, essentially.
Oh, a force beam. Okay. Yes. You see the beam fly from your homunculus as it lands on the sigil, as it glows just a little bit, and nothing seems to happen.
Anybody bring, I don't know, demolition?
Please, I am an artist.
I have no
And
spells
just
that
kind
can
of
break the
holds
walls.
up a battle axe, shrugs.
Or did they die already as I look around? Didn't someone shatter the cobblestones before? My memory is getting a little iffy, but I'm pretty sure someone did. As I look directly at Z and at the magical signature that is Isran. Or not Isran, my bad.
Z
Argos.
literally
Argos.
does not have shatter.
Yeah. That's why I say my memory's like...
Argos kind of whistles.
Well, this is why I would never take you youngins on a actual maze trip.
Did someone say maze trip?
Well, there's something back there. If no one has any way to get going on it, I guess we just ignore it. Spectacular.
I suppose if I must. Very well. As Argos breaks out his which instrument was it? Is
So many instruments.
yes, sir. His bandor. He strikes a couple of loud chords and send them out as a shatter at level 2.
Right.
Focused on this wall.
Mhm.
And yep, the invisibility drops.
Your invisibility drops as you cast the magical shatter on the wall, and nothing seems to. You don't notice any changes to the wall besides the fact that like the whoosh as the shatter, like shatters the concrete on the ground, but the wall itself looks pristine. As to Miro, he notices that the sigil glows even brighter, and then slowly starts fading and glowing back like it was.
This rune just seems to be sucking in the magic temporarily. If I was a proper magic caster, and then I look at my creations, maybe I could dispel it, but I'm not. Shall we just keep going then?
Yes. There's not much of value in this room.
Very well.
I push open the door again.
Yep.
Can you go first, by the way, Lizard Man? I can't actually see without your light.
Lizard man.
Alright, I changed my word to Lizard Boy.
The grump is yep.
Yep. Argos goes around.
is pretty much directing these youngins on showing them how it's really done. Yes. When now everyone sees the dead corpse of a rotting dead body. Looks like it's been made no attempt to be moved whatsoever. Smells pretty bad.
Argos
see.
points down the hallway. The fresh corpse is down that hall. I'd be wary if I were you.
Can I see how long this corpse has been dead?
Argos sees the kind of
Just
just
Quick question: do you have medicine
charge
proficiency?
in.
No.
Okay, give me a check. A medicine. Easily, okay. So, you having a look at the body, you noticing the obvious, unlike Other and Argos last time, you clearly can tell that this is a creature that has very, very sharp claws. The claws don't seem to sink too deeply, but you can still see, but for some reason, that this adventurer still died to them. The claws were not deep, so that's kind of strange to you. Much like Other and Other noticed before, the blood seems to pool as though the claws are retracting back into the floor. Like you're looking for like traces of blood of like how methods of killing, and you suspect that the body has been dead here for about 3 days.
Alright, interesting.
Yep, like I said, phase through walls.
I look sadly at this dead adventurer and say, I'll be back after bringing it out. And I begin carefully dragging out the body.
I guess Argos. Well, let me give you a hand with that.
Hmm.
Yep. Argos's tiny frame helps you carry the body out.
Right. I'm just gonna mark it as you guys did.
I'll give them a proper burial once we finish this place. The young die before the old, as I creak my back and go back in. You said there was another one, Argos?
Yes, it is beyond that room that the lizard man has apparently stumbled into.
Yep. Z enters the room.
As Argos looks down the hallway.
His light is shining into this room as you can now. Well, I mean, I guess even Argos could have seen clearly, but this adventurer looks somewhat familiar to you. As on closer inspection, he looks like the same adventurer that was walking out of the throne room when you entered. They were exiting Lord Albert's throne room as you were entering.
Z smirks.
Right? Nothing seems to happen right now.
Do I notice anything looking around? Any fiends?
Can you just ping that real quick for me?
Yeah, just
I
give me
think
a
it's still on
moment.
the log.
Oh, detect evil good. I see it. Okay. You is blocked by 1 foot of stone. Oh. Well, hold up. How thick are these walls? They're actually pretty thick, actually. No, at the moment you do not sense anything of the sort.
Okay.
But you still have it up.
Mm-hmm.
Are you two just standing in a hallway for some reason and like, what's happening?
Yes.
Argos is looking down the crowded hallway.
I push past. Okay. Finally follow them in.
Yep.
Is there any magic around here?
No. Do not sense.
I look at the blue lizards like no. But there is a dead person who needs to be buried. As I begin dragging this one out as well.
And much
never
like
mind.
much like Miro, you recognize that he was in the same party as the other Minotaur.
Yeah. I just inwardly think I hope the Minotaur survived. And drag out another body. two youngins and we still haven't even found Othar.
Quite a
Why
shame.
did you let him go by himself?
I did not think he would expose himself. He scratches his chin.
Making me sound like a pervert now. Jesus
Perfect.
Well, lessons in life and death.
Argos trots on forth. Takes a quick survey of the room.
I look at the three other people that were here. Did you three literally just stand around?
Oh yeah.
I mean, looking around, do I notice anything interesting?
No.
Argos walks over to this door. He puts his ear on the door to see if he can hear any ominous whispers.
You place your ear on the door, and you are currently listening for any suspicious sounds.
Just some ominous whispering. Just like,
There's no ominous whispering you hear.
Okay. Kind of stands on this side of the wall and I guess opens the door.
Mm-hmm. As you open the door, that's the wrong tool. Where the heck is my? Oh, here it is.
Celeste goes, it smells bad in here.
He notices the
As
doors
you
are opening. He just
No,
blows on
sorry.
it to open. Okay.
Yep, as you open the door, Z's light floods in, and the being is revealed as it stares back at you.
Argos raises his hand. Is like, "Hello." He looks at it for a couple of seconds. It's here. It's here.
As yes, you all may roll initiative.
Oh,
Oh.
Whoops, I forgot I only need to roll for myself. My bad.
You roll for them all.
Roll for all of them.
Overcharge.
Do you need to remove them, Nam, or?
Yeah, just remove them. You have to do it. I can't do it.
That's right. Yes, I did. Okay. Yes. This fiend thing.
was just as surprised as everybody else.
Yep. Clearly surprised us. He was not expecting somebody to bring actual light into here.
Yep.
As yes, Argos, you are. Despite the fact that you were being kind of anti-stealthy opening the door like that, but you were somewhat prepared as you go first.
Yep. Argos hops back and I can still see him from here, right?
You
Actually-
can.
Can?
Yes, you can.
Yep. And then aha. Just fires a strum of vicious mockery over to the creature.
That is psychic damage. All right. Yes. I don't know what foul words you say to it, but it seems to
That's
connect.
just a really messy strum.
Well, hold on. I need to roll a wisdom saving throw for this.
Yeah. It's just a really messy strum. That sounds like.
Oh yeah, your dissonant
that.
chord, right? Yes.
Oh,
Dissonant chord.
it
As
passed.
it passes. So is that half damage or just no damage?
No damage. It's a cantrip.
Okay.
All right, and then Argos just takes takes one extra step back.
Uh-huh.
Actually, he's
Isrin.
just gonna step
Oh,
in
sorry.
between all the beefy people, all the people wearing glistening armor.
Yep. Isrin.
Move up, bonus action to summon my echo. Has to be within 15 feet, so yeah, let's just put that there.
Uh-huh.
And I will use this thing to attack twice. Both attacks will come from the echo, and I will use my longsword. It's.
Oh.
I'm using my shield, so it has to be one-handed.
Either way, that's definitely a hit. And you look like you now have the magical longsword now. As that is.
We learned from last time.
Now hold up. I'm seeing 2 damage dice here. Which one am I taking here?
One on
Just
the
the
left.
first one. The one
just
on the
one on-
right is the two-handed.
Oh, okay. So you do the 10 damage.
Mhm.
Yep.
And then I'm assuming the other longsword hit does not. Alright,
It does not
is a
hit.
miss.
Alrighty. Is that it?
And then see if I can. I'll just move this over here so other people can see. And then move so I can still see. I think that's legal. I think that's only like 15 feet of movement. Yeah, should be good. Yeah, that's my turn.
Celeste.
Alright. I'll go up to him. And,
Oh man. The bravery.
shank him twice with my greatsword.
Okay.
That's what you used to shank people with. Yeah.
Shaking the great sword.
Not,
Oh.
not cleave them in twine, but to subtly stab them.
Right. Quick question. Is your weapon magical?
Nice. Oh no.
Oh. No.
Alright, go ahead and roll me damage for both of those. Yes, you land 2 massive swings, but you feel as your sword is connecting, you're feeling that something is not quite right, as you know for certain you should have dealt more damage to it.
Alright. If I try to walk out, is he gonna get an attack on me?
He can.
Well,
The joys of playing melee.
I guess I'll just stay here.
Okay. Miro, you're a homunculus, and you're what do you call that thing again? Sid? Sid.
Yep, just call it Sid.
Yeah, Sid. Can they see beyond dark vision? Do they have blind
They
sight?
both have dark vision.
They have dark vision, but not blind sight?
Hmm.
Okay. So one descends from in clear light. The one you can Argo, Z, and Isrin and Miro can notice one descends from the ceiling as it approaches Argos. One descends to actually through this wall, descending in front of Miro. And one more enters its way through this wall, surrounding Celeste. All right, so this is how we're gonna do this. We're gonna have 2 attacks each on Celeste, so that's 4 swipes. 2 on Argos, 2 on Miro. Sucks when that happens. Right. So these 4 will be on Celeste.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Ouch.
It's alright.
Okay. So you're only counting the first damages. The second one is only if it has advantage. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's a bit scary, isn't it?
10, 15, and 7.
Yes.
17.
How much is that? Math.
That's
7, 17, 15.
You can just minus it one by one on your character. Okay.
Yeah. It'll be easier to do that, honestly.
Wait, so for like the first one, it's just the 7?
It's just
Yeah.
the 7, because
Okay.
it's not a crit.
Still almost all your health.
So 39 damage.
Wait. I got 33. Can I?
Oh, the third attack is a crit, so it's the 9 and the 6.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Right. He seems to have taken a massive amount of damage as 2 swings happen to Argos.
Okay. 17 and alright, so 24 damage.
Ooh.
Oof.
And 2 swings at Miro.
Can Sid actually see it or not? Is it around the corner? Or is it impossible?
You know what? He can see it.
Okay, then he does this for the first attack.
So that one misses, and the second also misses. And Sid gets attacked by this one at advantage, as he did not see it. And it missed anyways, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and it makes one more claw attack on Sid.
Okay. Finally,
And-
you'll hear the claws scratching against the steel. That makes him.
Yep, as you see this one run off into the distance, and disappears. I'm just gonna leave it on the token layer so you guys can see it. All right, that's the end of their turn. Z.
Zine takes a step back from it.
Mm-hmm. And it will attempt to swing at you. "14 misses.
Powerful magic armored flexible as directed over at this shadow demon over here. Z will cast a guiding bolt. Miss it.
Yeah. Miro.
Yep. Miro steps into the light of the room and orders his creations to do so as well.
Wow.
As
Interesting.
Sid, you see the parts where the claw rent it begin bending back into place and sliding to cover up the wounds as it attempts to repair itself for 15,
Mhm. Whew, nice.
which puts it back at max. And Miro himself, his noodly arms, handles the magic weapon deftly, swinging down twice. 18 and 25 to hit.
Both hit.
Oh, minimum damage both times.
Yeah, but you recognize that at least thanks to your magical enhancements, you are doing the maximum amount of damage. All right.
And
Is that it?
then
Oh, sorry.
the flying 8-ball magic ball attempts to attack at disadvantage with Force Strike,
Mhm.
as it is still within range. 18 to hit,
Still hits.
5 first.
The one below.
Yep, all of them attacking this one.
Okay. Let me just check one thing real quick. All right.
It has resistance to fort damage. That's very impressive.
That would be impressive, but it does not. As yup, it easily connects.
That is it for me. It's my mechanical posse flying in.
Uh-huh. The crew, let's go. Argos,
Mm-hmm.
they descended from the ceiling, and they struck you. But thankfully, by the light of your comrade, it seems that you are at least not having to deal with their insane damage.
Okay. Yep. Argos looks at his strange wound. Ah, like to play it off. As he breaks out his still holding his instrument. He strums really quickly. Then you notice that the tempo gets much slower and slower as he casts slow.
Up to 6 creatures of your choice in a 40-foot cube.
It's basically everything that I can see in here. I can't see this guy outside, so
Yep. Wow, that is insane. Okay, what do they have to roll here?
wisdom.
So these 4
16.
will roll me a DC 16 wisdom saving, correct?
Mhm. Yes, sir.
Only 1 passing, and so what ends up happening to these guys?
Speed is halved. They take -2 to their AC. Dex saving throws are also -2 to their dex saving throws, and they can't use reactions. They can only either use an action or a bonus action, and they can only attack once, I think.
Wow, that's a
No, hold on. I
pretty-
don't know if it's only attack once. I think they can use all their attacks. It can't make
No.
more than 1 melee or ranged attack during its turn.
Okay.
Uh,
-2 to their AC as well. So I guess I'll just. Is this a
Yep.
concentration or it is a
It
concentration?
is a concentration.
Just gonna mark them all here real quick. Right. Is that your turn?
Let's see. Is that my turn? Let me see what else I can do real quick. No, that'll be it. Actually, no. He's gonna step towards this wall.
Okay.
No, he's gonna step next to Miro.
Right. As you might expect,
Right there.
the
No,
demon.
they can't use their reaction.
He wasn't affected by it.
Oh, that's true. That's true. All right. I'll stay. I guess I will stay there then.
Okay. Isren, your companion has casted quite the ability here. What will you do?
That is a good question. Do I want to go after the one that isn't hasted, or help out the companion that is kind of surrounded? Mhm. This is a bad idea. So bonus action to swap places with my Echo, and then I will use Cure Wounds on Celeste. There you go. 11 points of healing. And that's my turn.
Wow, impressive. Okay. It is not their time, it seems, as the Great Cleric is keeping you alive.
For now.
What do you do? Oh, I accidentally skipped your turn, sorry. Celeste, what
Oh.
will you do?
Can I lay on hands myself?
You certainly can.
And is that just an action?
It is an action.
Okay.
It is.
Hmm. Okay. Actually, hmm.
Oh, Isren, I guess if it wasn't apparently obvious, your detect evil and good is like ringing like crazy.
I kind of assumed yes.
Ooh. Okay, I'll lay on hands myself to full health. I think that's 28. And then
Well, impressive.
cast Shield of
You
Faith.
cannot. Oh,
No,
no,
she can.
lay
Lay
on
on
hands is a
hands,
paladin
class
thing,
feature.
right?
Yep,
Yeah.
class feature. So
Yep.
28 points of lay on hands to yourself and shield of faith, correct?
Yep.
25 or 28?
It'll be 28.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, this slow probably won't last too long.
Well, who knows? Maybe.
And that's it.
It's the Shadow Demon's turn. As right, the Shadow Demon right in front of Argos is gonna make two swings at him. See if they can break that slow
Or break him.
or break him.
And they don't hit.
Wow, that did not work. It seems. As let's see, this one will phase through the room and get here. Z's light is revealing it as it seems to be intent on destroying the construct that is Sid. So let's go ahead and start the 2 attacks on Celeste. Because of the slow, they don't get multi-attack. And both missing. I believe it's 2 attacks on Sid at normal. $17. Did that connect?
Mhm.
And 1 at Miro, as the one that the one he's using his constructs to pummel is trying to fight back. Oh, what's that?
Oh, it still hits him.
In 1818.
And that is their turn. Wow, they didn't get much done this time. Z.
Z moves up here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually,
Oh,
hold on.
okay,
There's a
yeah.
demon right there.
Yeah, that demon will be able to attack you. It is
There
not.
we are.
It still attacks you though, but we'll see.
And then, hmm. Trying to decide which of these demons is worth it. How wounded is this one looking?
Not very wounded. Still seems to be pretty healthy compared to the.
Cool.
It's more wounded than the rest, but.
Yeah, got any bonus.
Wow,
Oh.
those rolls.
One other thing, while not running away from, or not, calmly walking away from that demon, try going for the Hungry Jaws.
Yep, you hit it. Are your teeth magical?
They're not magical. It's mostly
Okay.
for the temporary hit points.
Yep. You like nom him. Like bits and pieces sort of fly out of him, but your teeth seem to chip on some parts of it.
There.
All right. Miro.
All right. My flying 8-ball goes into the corner where Z is. And then it and myself and Sid all attempt to attack. The one in the corner.
Just a question: is my demon allowed to hit that thing as it flies away?
This one already used this reaction, this one's slowed.
All right. Never mind. Continue. All good. Oh my goodness.
I employ the classic one-man army triple team. So
Yep.
the forceful horns of my Sid for another
Yeah.
4, and then 1 beam out of its magic 8-ball. For a total of 35 damage.
Yep. You basically are hitting this thing for a massive amount of damage as it is barely standing.
That's it for me. I hold my ground.
Argos.
All right. Let me see. What else can I do here? All right. I look at this creature in front of me as I let's see. Strum some very disturbing tunes into his ears.
That's attractive.
Let's see. Alright. So, -5. As I do something cheeky and combine it with another, combine it with the vicious mockery.
Okay. Hmm. Or like you play a very nasty tune as that is -5 and
Yeah,
yep.
no, not a chance. Yep, and then Argos steps up in this direction at the very least.
Hmm?
He kind of like walks in a semicircle around it.
Isrin. The comrade you teleported in to help looks to be much better now.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to take the one attack I can make. Never mind. Nothing happens.
Oh, that's tragic.
I chose a terrible time to multi-class. You know what? Actually, I'm also going to swap back because I don't like being in that enclosed area.
Alright,
And
fair
that's my
enough.
turn.
Celeste. You're back to full. Your comrades are fighting. What will you do?
So. Channel Divinity? Can that turn my weapon magic? Is that what it does?
Is that what your
You are an
Channel
Oath of
Divinity should
Ancients
be
Paladin, right?
specific.
So you have the Channel Divinity to restrain, I believe. And the other one I think is to turn. Let me check
Wait.
real.
Wait. I don't know if I
Yeah, you
got-
have Nature's Wrath, and you should have another one. Where is it?
Do I have another one?
Yeah, you should have 2 Channel Divinities. Let me see.
This
You
is Oath
had
of the Ancients.
Turn the Faithless. That's the other one you should have. Go. That's your other option.
Don't think I have that. Wait. Do I? No.
You should. You should. So it's in the chat now. So if you need to copy and paste it.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. I guess I'll, Shocking Grasp this guy.
Okay. Easily hitting. And that is lightning damage. Looks to be doing full damage as you hit it with the shocking grasp.
Cool. And then I will use a Misty Step for my bonus action,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll teleport here.
Okay.
Argos turns around to see the armored Celeste. What are you doing behind me?
Okay, fine, I'll go here.
No, I'm just messing. No, you can stay there. That's just for flavor.
Nah, you should still stay behind him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just make his life miserable.
Oh lord, what is happening here?
Where did all
Alright.
this hatred for your character come from? I don't get it.
Anyways, is that it?
Yep.
Alright, the Shadow Demon's turn. Do they have reduced movement too?
Yes.
How
I believe
about how
their
much?
movement is halved.
Oh.
Let me give it
Nice.
another look real quick. Wisdom or be affected by a spell. Yeah, their speed is halved.
I just realized they're actually supposed to make a wisdom saving throw at the end of their turn. You know what? It's okay. This one is gonna float here. This one here. And the Shadow Demon in front of you is gonna try breaking his allies out of their slows.
Or just break me. It also has disadvantage on first hit.
Oh, okay. You're lucky, as it misses that first one. And the second one looks like it's gonna hit unless you do something.
Nope. I'm gonna have to take that hit.
Right?
Alright. Con save and
Alrighty.
still
nice.
strumming that slow melody.
As let's see, what are they gonna do? One is gonna swing out at Z, the other is gonna swing out at Isrin. So first one to Z misses, and second to Isrin misses. Two more go to Sid. I believe both connect.
Mhm.
And one on Miro. Alright, and that's all their turn. And let me see, how many wisdom saving throws? What's your save again?
16.
All failing. So you maintain maintain slow on all of them. Z.
Alright. Z will move up here, taking opportunity. No, they don't take it.
Cannot. Cannot.
Is that one in a corner looking at more wounded now?
Yep,
Yeah.
it's looking pretty spicy.
I'm told it dead on it.
Wisdom saving throw. Failing, and what's that? All right. You would have thought for certain that you would have killed it, but it seems to be somewhat resistant to the necrotic energy that you just.
That's it.
Miro, that thing one right in front of you is barely standing.
Yep, but unfortunately, Sid spends a turn trying to repair itself. For another 11. As Miro swings out of this one.
Whap.
17 enough?
Yeah. Yep.
Whap.
You easily fill it. As the shadowy form just sort of just fades off into obscurity.
I just say, these old bones still got it. It's about brains as I step up and gank this one. 8.
Mhm.
The flying 8 ball shoots out at the same one.
Right.
That's it.
Argos.
Argos kind of like looks around, looks at this demon. Is like, not even my mother would scratch my face like that.
I don't know what that says about your mother.
Let's see. He will. Oh, okay. He'll bust out the scroll of cure wounds.
Yep.
And what was the roll for cure wounds again?
Let me see.
From a spell scroll. I think just without the bonuses, right? Or proficiencies.
Just without the proficiencies.
Alright, let me pull up the spell on... Actually, wait. Cure Wounds wasn't a... It was a heal. Okay. 1d8 plus spellcasting modifier. It doesn't get the modifier, does it? Or it does?
It will. Go ahead.
Okay. My spellcasting modifier was... I guess... 8? Wait, is that right?
Add
Spellcast
Cure Wounds to
modifier?
your sheet and cast it.
Oh, okay, true. I could totally do that.
Tragic. You roll the
Yep.
1.
Oh,
Your spellcasting modifier is 5, though. Pretty insane.
alright. He strums out a... He strums out another, another, uncomfortable tune. Towards this one.
All right.
Alright, so it's gonna have a... -2.
Noted. Gonna stay right there.
We'll probably just take a step against the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, that's it.
Argos, what an absolute Chad. He's never left that demon's range. Isrin.
Between these two, which one looks more injured?
The one to the left.
The
Looks-
left. All right.
Heaps more injured compared to it.
I will attack that one, and I will use my action surge to try attacking again.
There we go. That's the damage.
Oh
Uh-huh,
look, 3 points.
That's the damage.
That's
I
tragic.
rolled 3 ones.
That's tragic.
Get
Uh,
all the
that-
one rolling out of the way.
Is that all you have right now?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. Celeste.
Jabby stabby, this guy.
All right. Mm-hmm. Both connect.
Cool.
Let's see. That first one is mitigated, and so is the second.
Um,
All right. It is once again the Shadow Demon's turn.
In a
As-
feeble attempt to hang on to his life force, he just holds up his arms in front of him.
Yep. 2 claws go out to Argos to try breaking the slow. Okay. The first one
Second hit
misses.
for
The second
10.
hits. Yep.
Alright. Oof. it hurt, but he looks at his arms and hey.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
See that con save.
Oh. There goes the
That's
slow.
unfortunate.
Well, hold up. Celeste, you have Aura of Protection, correct?
Yeah.
What is
Yes.
your modifier on that? Is that
I could-
what's your con
Um,
check charisma modifier? You
My
have
charisma
4. You have
modifier?
a 10. You pass.
Yeah. Okay.
okay.
Cool.
I nearly forgot about that. I'm glad I remembered. I need to change your token
Yeah.
so that I have an aura around you.
I'm glad you remembered too.
Right. So, see?
Argos felt the grip on his magic waning, but then re-strengthens it. Looks up at the skies, or looks up at I guess the ceiling as if it was the sky.
Uh-huh.
Thank
All right,
the gods.
see. 2 demon attacks will go at Isrin since they're slow. They cannot. More?
Mm-hmm.
The 23, I believe, hits.
Yes, it does.
Do you want me to roll that con check for your detect evil and good?
Because it's very useful right now.
A pass. Because it's the last. Anyways, the shadow demon here. Now noticing that the Minotaur, a more fleshy target, has appeared. Well, actually, Sid is still less fleshy than the Minotaur. As yep, I'll take 2 swings at Sid, trying to fill it.
Oof. Oh wow.
That is tragic. As the first set of claws tear through Sid, filling your mechanical construct. As the second pair of claws head straight for you, Miro.
Okay,
Seven-
so this website's rigged, right? Because that's 2 nat 20s in a row compared to my multiple ones. And I think, yeah, and then there's
I'm
also
not
like
reading
Kim's
any of these.
skill that are that was a 1.
Alright. Z,
Okay. Which is the most wounded looking one?
I
The
think
one
you're
right below
forgetting
you.
this
What's
part though. Shadow demons have light sensitivity.
I changed that.
Oh, okay. That
Yep,
would explain
I'm-
why they're much stronger than they're supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Guiding bolt to the one to myself.
You hit, go ahead and roll damage.
Alright. A guiding bolt flies out for 23.
Ha!
Damn.
You say 23, but the radiant damage bursts forth as you shoot right through it, instantly felling it.
Is he just kind of looks at their finger like, took that one long enough to work? They look over at how wounded some people are, and start walking a bit more forward. And that's it.
Miro.
Mm-hmm. Nero casts Cure Wounds on himself as he looks at the wreck, the magical wreck of Sid.
Ooh, that's a spicy roll.
Actually, he may as well do it at level 2, so I'll just roll the d8. As the homunculus shoots out another one, the one fighting me.
Easily connecting.
I step on top of this my ruined Sid.
That's one way to do it.
Whoops. Or was that intentional?
Oh, whoops! Yeah, right. I forgot that if I removed that. My bad.
It's
I
fine.
can just re-add myself.
Easy fix.
Thankfully we were already at the top of the round. It seems.
I think you
Also,
reordered it. You reordered it before.
Oh, whoops.
Nope, good.
Doesn't it auto reorder the extension?
I think it did. Yeah, it did.
Nice.
All right.
I didn't do anything. It's just like, wait, what?
Technology.
All right.
Technology.
Argos disengages and
Yep.
hides underneath the magic 8-ball.
I mean, it's flying
Yeah.
and it's tiny, but okay.
He hides under the magic 8-ball.
They try and
As he looks over to Isrin and he's just like, "You look like you could use a bit of extra inspiration." As he
Doesn't
like,
this attack you on the way out?
I disengaged,
Oh, you
He
disengaged.
disengaged. Yeah.
and then throws a nice little tune over to Isrin's ears.
This is the inspiration that they needed.
All right, so you have a D8.
All right, is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, Isrin. Z just completely blasted through the demon next to you. What do you do? There are only 3 now. One is still slowed by Argos's magic.
Alright, I'm back. What's up?
Okay, I was just describing the scenario. Z completely blasted through the demon next to you, hitting it with the might of his radiant damage.
Mhm.
Argos decided to take a step back and give you a bardic inspiration.
Okay. Ah. That bardic inspiration is going to go to waste. Because I'm going to do Sacred Flame on this one right in front of me.
Okay.
Because I saw that radiant damage is apparently really good against these things.
Mm-hmm.
See,
Let's
that made
see.
DC 14.
Dex save. Let's go.
It has -2 to Dex.
Oh,
Didn't need it. As expected. The might of the radiant damage seems to explode in flame as it seems to do even more damage than you'd expect. Is that it?
I'll move my thing over here. Echo, that's the word I'm looking for. I'll move my echo over.
Mhm.
And then that's my turn.
Celeste.
Okay. I will cast a moonbeam. Need to draw a circle. No, that's not a circle.
I believe it. All right. Some.
Close enough.
Yeah, that is the exact size actually.
Just a correction on the last time we handled Moonbeam. What was the correction, Jay, again?
It
No, it
doesn't do damage when it initially gets cast. It doesn't count as them entering it if you cast it on them.
There you go.
But it still does damage when they start their turn in it.
Yes, that's the change.
So, okay, for the
You won't see
first time
immediate
on a
effect.
turn or starts.
Once
It's
it starts its turn. They have to enter or start its turn. If you cast it on them, that does not count as entering.
Interesting. Okay. Wait. Alt for circle. Oh my god.
It is a square, I believe, anyway, because it's 5 point.
Okay.
5 point.
Yeah. I'll just. Oh my god. There's more.
It's getting worse.
It's one of those abstract art moonbeams.
Here,
There we go.
Here, I got
You can use that, you can use that one.
you. Here.
Just-
Do you want to keep both?
All right, is that
And then I will, I guess.
Can you ping the text for a moonbeam for me real quick?
Yeah.
I just want to see if like there's any movement-related thing or just this damage. Golden thing causing Constitution saving throw takes 280. Perhaps fails an instantly versus home. Okay, so nothing too relevant besides the damage part. All right, that's it.
Wait. One moment.
Okay.
I guess I will cast a Searing Smite as my bonus action.
I do not believe you can do that after casting Moonbeam.
Can I not?
That's 2 spells. Moonbeam is a spell, and
Oh.
Searing Smite is another.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I forgot. That's it.
Okay. So now, starting this demon's turn, now it makes that con save. It is a Constitution save. Failing, and you already rolled the damage, so 8. Or rather, once again, seeing the radiant damage exploding with more damage. This demon is not particularly happy that Argos has fled from him. As, let's see. Still hover to you. And gonna try removing the last slow on his other comrade. 2 claw attacks on you.
Ooh.
First one connecting, and I believe
Yep.
that knocked you down.
Yep.
And it's gonna turn to Celeste to try dismantling that moonbeam and misses the second strike. The one below you, Israel, is going to take 1 claw attack at you. Oh,
2.
2 attacks because you're no longer slowed. Oops, I think I rolled an extra there. So only the none of them hit.
None of them hit.
Yep. So the next one will go to Miro as 1 swing and misses, and then 1 more. Also missing. Wow! Besides that 1 hit, they did almost nothing.
The ones are cycling.
They're cycling. Here they go. Z.
Right. These move. They will. It's a bit tricky because walls. I have AoE. That's all creatures. Oh, of choice. Okay, that's fine. Word of Radiance.
How many do you hit here? Just the
It's
one
only
below?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't want to do the thing where you move into my Echo space, cast Word of Radiance, and then move out.
Oh, I didn't even realize it could be in the echo space. If so, then I'll just stand here and cast it on both.
No, you can't
I-
stay in the space. It's like
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought the echo didn't take up space. That's why. If it takes up space, then no, I can't do that.
Do
Okay.
it
So,
does occupies its space.
Ah, okay.
so
But I
anyways.
mean, isn't it the same as if you're in like any other player?
I don't think he wants to take the opportunity attack
This one, oh yeah, it's not slowed anymore.
from this
Oh.
one and that one. If he
Fair.
moves out. He could just move here though
Mm-hmm.
and do
Just
it.
squeeze in.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I didn't even see that spot.
All right, you guys. Con save. Let's go. That's a DC 13 for both of them. The one to the left fails and takes the might of the radiant damage. Let's remove that bardic.
Also, a pity healing word.
Yep. Argos blinks. Oh, oh, my head.
Miro.
And he looks up at the the demon like standing over him. Oh shit.
They don't actually have feet, but yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
it's just a
8 slashing damage.
Metaphorical feet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's tragic. As that would have hit, but it is not slowed. So,
That's it.
all right. Argos,
See.
barely standing.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Well,
see it
he's
just
he's on the
shapely-
he's on the ground right now.
Yep. The shapely demon is
let's
just
see.
staring at you.
Let's see. He looks up. He looks up, and then he like puts his hands on the strings of his instrument, and out come a spray of colors.
Okay.
And then
I'm gonna
I
go
guess I
ahead. So you're
rolled
aiming this cone so you do not hit her.
Mhm.
All right.
Aims the brunt of the cone right in its face. 10d, 6d10.
So wait, what exactly am I rolling here?
I
Nothing.
don't believe you roll anything. It is.
It's like
Unless it
sleep,
has-
but
yeah.
it's just blinding.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, got it. You hit it with a massive spray of colors as it kind of just brushes it off. You didn't quite blind it, it seems.
Oh. He looks at his fingers. He stands up and he just like, well, give it your best shot. As he just like holds it, as he just like holds up his arms in a pitiful defense again.
All right. Isrin?
That one. Might as well try to keep our teammates up. Sacred Flame. Ah, come on, only an 8.
Deck save. Yep, a massive splash of flames overcomes it.
The demon's too distracted by this swirl of colors. It's like, really?
The colors mixed into its shadow. Now it's just trying to purge the colors from the particles from its shadow.
All right, is that it?
Yeah, I don't got anything else to do.
Celeste.
Hmm. How's the guy right here looking?
He looks pretty battered, but doesn't look like it's not like near crippling death, but it's definitely really battered.
Okay. Okay. So if I want to use Divine Smite, with
That's
my-
just you do your attack rolls, and if you want to apply Divine Smite on any of your rolls that hit, just let me know.
Okay. So would it be
Just roll
like
the attack,
one
like just your weapon attack.
slot per attack?
You don't,
You
you
can
don't
only
use
use
the
it
slot
only
until you
once.
actually decide to use your Divine Smite.
Oh, okay.
So you
It's
landed
one
2
slot
hits.
per hit.
Okay.
So like for instance, if you use a level 1 spell slot, that is 2d8. A level 2 spell slot is 3d8 and upwards 5.
Okay.
Thematically, it's like you hit them with your sword, and then right when your sword connects and you figure out how much damage it's going to do, you can empower it further.
Yes.
Okay. I will use one Divine Smite then.
All right. At level what?
1.
All right. So this thing is a fiend. So go ahead and roll me a 3d8 and roll me that first damage.
Does this already... Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I forgot about this.
So let me see if I'm adding these numbers correctly. Oh, yep, exactly enough damage as the radiant burst from your divine smite bursts through it, slashing away its shadow as it fades off with a
Yep.
Nice.
Argos
nice.
doesn't see this as his hands are like up in front of his face.
Celeste is just like, be gone, Satan.
And he's just waiting for the hit to come.
All right, you could still move and use the other greatsword swing if you want.
Oh,
Well, you rolled twice. Yeah, you killed it with the first one, so I guess you won.
yeah, I guess I'll move.
Actually, go ahead and roll me another one. Actually, it seems kind of unfair to know that you would land on that swing. Either way, you still connect.
Cool.
Yep, you swing, but your sword is still not magical, so it does pretty good damage. Not as much as you'd expect.
That's it.
All right, the shadow demons are definitely losing a lot of ground, but they seem to be content with the idea of dying in battle, as it doesn't seem like they're trying to make an escape. As 2 swings on Isrin and 2 swings at Miro. Both of them on Isrin miss, and the second one on Miro hits for 8. Z.
Alright. NFL Classico, Word of Radiance.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. A double 6.
Word of Radiance. I believe only one passes, as this one takes a mighty damage, as it is still standing. One, alright. Miro.
Alright, I cut into the same one.
Alright, roll both. Your first one, your first one tears it apart, as it instantly falls in battle to you.
Alright, I just swing at it again. And even though it's already gone, as I'm huffing. And my homunculus servant attacks the other one.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, that one misses.
Alright, that's it for me.
Argos, breathing. Noticing you guys are taking the advantage now. There only seems to be one left. What do you do?
Argos is waiting for that hit that never came as he's like slowly lowers his arms. Like, oh, it's dead. I think. I was like, oh, you scoundrels! As he runs over and plays a little tune.
Just making sure that moonbeam, is that hitting you or?
Oh, all right. He runs over here then.
Okay.
And he plays a little tune, and I guess plays it softly into Celeste's instrument. Oh, it's a quarterstaff only. Never mind.
Unfortunately.
Never mind. He doesn't do that. Instead, no, he doesn't move. He just sits here and just casts a tosses a really nasty tune over to this one.
Mm-hmm. Wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, they're not passing these throws. All right. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Imposes disadvantage on first attack. Should it survive that long?
This demon is barely standing. Isrin. These things are supposed to have amazing deck saves, but I don't think they've passed a single one of these. Okay, I speak and it happens. Oh lord. Is that it for now, Isern? It might be. But I'm guessing that is then. Celeste. The demon in front of you barely. It looks like it's barely standing.
I will.
Wait a second.
Shank him once.
That does not connect.
Try again. Oh no.
That does
Oh,
not
no.
connect.
That's it.
Right. This demon is definitely surrounded as it feebly will make two swings at Isren.
First one actually misses.
Finally. Oh wait, this is a disadvantage, correct?
Yeah, it is.
Yep. That is tragic. And his second swing does hit for 5 seconds.
Yep, and you see Argos just like plucking his instrument rather fiendishly.
Z. Right. As yes. How do you finish this one off, Jay? Or Z?
Nonchalantly.
Nonchalantly. As yeah, just a quick word of spiraling holy magic flies off of you as it completely eviscerates this one as it just screams as it disappears from sight.
As it evaporates, Argos just slumps against the wall. Oh, gods!
These
As
things
he,
are not
as he finally like puts his instrument down.
Miro pulls blacksmithing tools out of his pouch and begins banging Sid back together. And then you see him begin to take a few minutes to cast multiple mending spells on Sid.
While they're doing that, Z goes upstairs.
Oh,
Yep, Argos just sits there, just like, where are all the other adventurers?
and we'll follow Z, invisible.
Sorry, let me go ahead and move your guys' tokens here.
Argos kind of just peels himself off the wall and like goes
Aha.
over.
Oh.
Well, actually, I don't need to do the. So it takes a minute when it comes back.
Let me see these doors. Which one are?
And Argos just limps along.
Every door appears to be unlocked. So yep. At some point, you guys very easily and somewhat cautiously start opening up all these doors. As you you notice there are a lot more dead adventurers up here.
Anything good on any of the adventurers?
Let's see. You find a shield +1. And you also find a they put this Great Sword +1. And the total amount of loot on all these adventurers came down to 300 gold.
100 gold. Alright.
Josh, is that including the loot that was on me?
Oh, that is not
about
your
Othar?
loot, actually. So on Othar, pretty much all his stuff is still intact.
And a grand total of
Oh my goodness, 1,099 GP.
Yeah,
Did not spend any of your money, did you?
I actually stole some. Remember?
Right.
Yep.
Yep. You recognize your fallen comrade here. As much like all the other adventurers that seems to have died to these things, they were basically torn to pieces by all the claws.
Alright,
Yeah, at some point Z gives Celeste a +1 greatsword.
yes. And I will take
Oh.
the +1 shield
One
if everybody's okay
greatsword.
with that.
Yeah, as I finally come up from repairing Sid, I look with a bit of disgust and scowl at the coins I'm given. Um, but then I say to the party, I'll spend some of this on burying them or giving them proper grave sites.
Other than the gold we took off of Other's body, we'll keep the rest of his equipment with his body when he buries it.
All right. So
Cause-
you're gonna leave Other and his equipment alone. But I'm guessing the money will be used for him as well, at least.
If nothing else
Unless-
happens, eventually Miro does bring all the bodies out.
Yes. I was just about to drag you guys outside.
Yeah, if there's nothing else, is he inspected if there was anything else inside of the upper level?
Whoops. Sorry about moving all your tokens. No. You're inspecting the upper room. Now that you've basically have a good look around this place, there's absolutely no windows on this part of the building, of the windmill side, as it seems that those things were definitely just trying to avoid sunlight in general. That's also why they made no attempt to run away from you, as they were just trying to basically maintain their fortress that they've been keeping. It seems that these demons in particular have been terrorizing the villagers at night, as it seems that their only weakness was the light of the sun.
As we
Wait, what
begin
do we do
leaving,
about
and
the
no, go ahead.
0.8?
That's just silver. It's 8 silver.
Yeah, 8 silver.
Okay.
As I finally finish dragging the bodies out, I impossibly pull an entire shovel out of my pouch and begin taking the long time it takes to dig graves for all of them, right in front of this windmill.
I should probably be saying prayers over these corpses, shouldn't I?
Yep, there are several dead adventurers.
And I am a brave cleric.
All of them working in their quest to try helping these villagers, only to fall as these demons are terrorizing them.
Argos attempts to strum a light elegy despite his condition.
Isran will just take the instrument away and then continue with the prayers.
You're gonna stop this beautiful elegy?
Yes.
Z reports back about the number of adventurers that are being buried.
Instead, Argos
or-
just uses the best instrument of all, his voice.
Isran does not look happy.
Miro
Isran wanted
gives,
silence.
Gives a solemn nod to both of them.
As the agent on the other end is actually quite surprised, as they were not expecting you guys to go to the windmill so fast. They make a mention that that they will send that. Sorry. Do I say it? All right. They're telling you that they're going to relay that information to Lord Albert as soon as possible. Mhm. So you've explored most of this building except for that mysterious area. Not pinging, is it? There you as you return back to Forest View Village. And obviously, you guys do bury all the adventurers.
All right. Speaking out of character,
Mhm.
where can we find Mogan's character?
Well, Miro, having explored the top portion of, or looking through the farms up here, remembers that it's a great inn, or at least for a good place that the adventurers can take a short rest. As he received good treatment there while the rest of you guys were fighting in the last session.
All right.
Yeah, I guess I turn towards the others and ask. Yeah, I just asked to say, I'm dirty and hurt. We should probably go to the inn over there and rest up.
Yep. Argos, with a massive headache, just nods slowly and follows.
So, yes, you guys approach the inn. Stick that one. Gotta use the right.
Is
Girl.
a fancy horse.
On the left side. As you're approaching this humble establishment, it's an inn plus restaurant, as Miro has been here once before. He easily recognizes the vast farmland work that he sees off to his left, worked by both humans and orc. There was a little town, little shop off in the distance that Miro bought his last time that he was eating, and he came back to the group. And off in the distance, you notice the Minotaur. He seems to be in front of the store, alongside what you assume is his companion, Mogan. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
What you see is about a 3'7" forest gnome. He's about 50 to 60 years old. Very scrungy. You know he's been in the forest. Hasn't seen a shower or bath in at least 2 weeks. And basically, the picture does all the telling for you. He really does have leaves in his hair, everything.
A cat or a possum on his shoulder?
Oh, no familiar.
Oh, okay,
nothing
okay.
like that. Just
Random rat off the street.
Yeah, just a random rat that
Oh no.
He's absolutely filthy. So, as yes, how do you pronounce that name? Prihana?
Prihana Turin.
Yes. All right. So Prihana is speaking with the his Minotaur companion, who just like as he just says to him. So the party split up, and we're here investigating food, I guess.
I love food. Don't you love food? I always love food.
Yes, these weary bones do enjoy a good taste.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's better than all the vegetables and fruit I used to eat.
The soup at the end was very palatable.
At least we got some places somewhere that actually serves meat sometimes. I mean, Jesus, elves don't eat nothing.
I wonder how the other
two
two are doing.
What are those? I forgot why we're here. Yeah,
Hmm.
I wonder where they're at.
How did you get stuck in our group, I wonder? as he just lets out a sigh.
How well does it look like this short gnome could pass off as a child?
That's what I was thinking, Z.
As you look off in the distance and
Exactly.
you see this forest gnome, he's pretty tiny, but you would think that the massive sideburns would throw anyone off to think that they're an actual child.
Those guys are pretty dumb, though.
Y'all been trying to get me killed again.
Hey, I'll pay you 500 gold pieces to get.
I guess Miro makes his way up to the familiar shop A and the Minotaur. And he says, well met, young one.
Ah, Great Elder. It is great to see you again.
Unfortunately, I would say the same, except I think I look around at his missing companions and his new scruffy one. I think you've lost some of your companions at the windmill.
I only know that one went to the windmill. Did he get himself killed?
We had to bury quite a few bodies. I'm pretty sure one of your companions was in them.
He just lets out a sigh. Those two, they always want to go do their own thing. One ran off to some to chase after some sort of rumor that the adventurer, that there's this being at the old farm that apparently was killing a bunch of adventurers. Apparently it was there all night. And the other went to check out the windmill. I tried to implore them both to follow me, but they did not listen.
Yeah, I just sigh, rub my horns a bit, say, they don't have the wisdom of the Minotaurs. As I step up to the shop A and say, can I order gravestones here?
Hey, Piranha looks at Miro and looks at the other Minotaur. He's like, y'all come in all different kinds of sizes and colors, don't you?
You best show respect to your elders. As
No
yes,
disrespect, I was just asking a question.
as the common lady is like, oh, I'm truly sorry. We don't really sell any stone here. You'll probably find it somewhere in town. We mostly sell our crops here. The ones that won't last a whole lot, so usually at a discounted price though. But I could see that you're adventurers, so pretty much you get it for free.
Ignore that.
Yeah, I give a nod and say, yeah, we'll probably head into the inn and eat something, but I turn back to the Minotaur. I never caught your name, by the way.
My companions called me the Reckoner. I don't really do well for titles, but it is what they call me as an adventurer.
Well,
I reckon how you got that name.
And
did you know the name of your companion that went to the windmill at least? As I pull out a piece of paper, like, gonna get them grave markers when I go back to town.
His name was Slade.
Yep.
If you do run into my other companion, I hear he decided to visit the farm. Let him know that I'll be here, waiting.
Will do. As I just head into the inn, get some rest, food and rest.
Yep. You enter. It's a small inn. You see that one of the orcs with the white armor, and as well as one of the paladins. I did lock it. Yep. I've unlocked it, so you guys can enter. And it's a quaint joint. It's not massive like the Sentinel or the Watcher inns that you were at before, but everyone here can have a decently good meal. You also notice that they're running another shop here, as it seems that they're selling horses or other farmland critters. If for suited purchasers.
Let's see. Argos just takes a seat at one of the tables. I
Mhm.
think I need a nap. He looks around and orders up a. He orders up a glass of juice.
Mm-hmm. Since I'm going to go ahead and assume that everyone eats here, everyone roll me 2 d10s. And whatever your number is, how much you recover from the food.
Z's not hungry.
I'm gonna stay outside.
Yep. He
petting
struggles.
Doodle.
Argo struggles to swallow the food.
Do you guys sell a large amount of meat here?
Yes, we do. We have a lot of pigs back there. Pork, beef.
Anything will do. I've got a
chef's
tiger to feed.
The chef's quite the cook. I'm certain he could whip something up real good for your tiger.
Raw is fine.
Let me see if we have any of the fatted calves that are ready to be that are ready.
Slaughtered.
Yep.
Slaughter.
Yeah, slaughtered. Yep, up for the slaughter. They just leave for a while. And as they come back with a pig.
Poor pig.
Well, they just open the door and it's like, well, here's one that's pretty much been ready. We can begin. We can just have it ready for you. So
Okay. How much is this pig?
they're going to say 2 gold pieces.
How about 1?
They're like 2, take it or leave it.
Argos's head is aching. He just
Fine.
puts the gold on the desk instead.
Okay.
Like, just take the pig.
Everybody, just stop shouting.
Celeste takes. Well, I guess they have to go kill the pig or something, right?
Yeah, they're like, they're just gonna let you tiger devour it like that.
How much gold was it?
It's in
Good.
one bite and it just makes a single squeal. Like, it's gone. Just the entire pig in one bite.
I'm not gonna describe the full events that happened, but basically, they went ahead and slaughtered the pig since it was already up for the slaughter, and the meat they just bring out and they serve it to no odal. They use that wheelbarrow too. Kind of morbid.
All right, one more time. How much gold was it?
It was 2.
2.
Yeah.
No Odal's getting fatter by the day.
Yep, but this is a very homely inn. It doesn't seem that any of the tragic events seems to have tapered off this far. All the workers are calmly working outside, working their hardest to tend for the crops. A combination of both orc and humans. It's a pretty nice place. Yes, and I assume everyone gets a good short rest, taking in the food as well as the provision, the food and the rest, the beds. They're basically providing it to the adventurers for free, so you don't have to worry about that. And now, everyone after the short rest, how do you guys proceed?
Ugh. Well,
Yep.
I think we should check out wherever Volgren was body snatched. There was rumors that some more adventurers went there too.
That does sound rather ghastly. We can't leave Volgrim to that fate.
Lead the way, Z. You were with them.
Yep, Argos just shakes his head a little bit to clear it up as he walks out the door after them.
Yeah, as I exit and I see the Minotaur, I shout over, "Kid, Reckoner, did you want to join us and see if your ally is still alive?"
That seems like a wise decision. I suppose it's best if I go find him myself. As, yes, it seems that he will decide to accompany you. As he trusts his elder to know their stuff.
Yeah, as he just leads the way over to where everything transpired last time.
So I don't think I need to bring you to the village quite. I'm just gonna go ahead and bring you straight to the farm.
Question.
Yes.
Would I be allowed to use an instrument for Shillelagh?
Shillelagh?
Shillelagh.
You mean you want to use it as a club?
I mean,
what?
it'll become magically imbued.
Sure, but it has the proper. If you use it as a as your magical instrument as a weapon, you use it as a club.
Fair.
Mm,
It's a D8 anyway.
Yeah, because of the spell. But
But
on
if you do
behalf
not,
of the instrument, it would get so out of tune.
it's
It's a
magical.
magic instrument. It's no big deal.
I only say club because if you're not using shillelagh, it's a D4. So
Okay.
right. As you approach. Everyone approaches down here. Once again. There you go. You guys have a traveling companion in the Reckoner.
As we come up, do we notice any tracks or sounds of other adventurers?
You notice a lot of tracks headed toward the back. And Z and Isren, like you guys noticed tracks from before, but now there looks to be a lot more tracks.
Yeah, Z opens the door.
You see the same scene as last time. As let me see, you can barely see off in the window, or Pearson.
Around the side.
Yep, the instant you turn the corner, you see this. As you approach, you see a man clad in full plate armor. As he turns around, and around you see full carnage, as a bunch of victims or a bunch of adventurers appear to have been slain in combat. With if you look at the bodies, you can easily see that this was probably the work of your old friend Volgrim.
What about the guy in plate mail? Does it look like he's possessed?
He just turns around to you and says, well, actually, he turns around holding, like, ready to draw his sword. As he turns around, it's like, you're adventurers. Do you by any chance know what happened here?
Yeah, Z just explains everything that happened.
So he's just like, Well, your comrade, or say your old comrade, seems to have had a lot of fun here.
I knew him for 2 days. I'm not associated with him.
Harsh.
Well, I mean, we knew them on the way to the trip here, and technically we're supposed to know them before that too.
Yeah, Z is being facetious.
I just think in my head, youngins can't even. Their memory's fading as much as mine.
Yeah. But from the looks of it, you see no sign of your friend Fulgrim.
Let's see.
Was there any visible track of where they may have stormed off? I imagined their footsteps or carnage maybe left a path.
No, it seems that if there was any tracks, actually, yes. You notice a single pair of tracks leaving the farm in this direction.
Well, then we figured out where we need to go.
I asked the Reckoner if is there allies among these bodies?
So yeah, he's having a look at all the carnage. It's like, I'm not seeing. And as soon as he gets here, and he stares inside the barrel,
You in the well?
or whatever that thing is.
Wheelbarrow.
This looks like a well.
I'm talking about this.
The wheelbarrow.
Ah, okay.
Yep, he just lets like a sorrowful moo, like,
Well,
the idiot decided to try fighting, didn't he?
the young seem to do that. They go on off on their own and fight and die. Well, we should bury them.
I agree.
I look at the people leaving, and I just shake my head at Z as he leaves.
Let's see.
The champion is looking like, and I thought I heard stories about this thing. I was hoping I would have a chance of my turn to fight it.
Well, feel free to follow the blue kid over there. The blue lizard boy. I'm
Argos
gonna bury
scratches
the dead as
head.
they deserve.
Quite a lot of elegies today. See if he clears his throat. See if he can get a decent tune. Ah.
Izrin will help Miro bury the bodies.
The champion just lets off a scoff. I'll find him. As yeah, he is leaving. He seems to have absolutely no interest.
As I bury the bodies, I take the money but leave everything else. And then I also ask Reckoner if he wants... Did your ally have any family or companions he wanted to leave his stuff to?
No, he came from a warrior tribe. He left them a long time ago.
Well, this money will at least pay for the grave marker for it. As a, yep, I just continue burying all the bodies.
I'm just gonna go ahead and move all the bodies then.
I'm sorry, but that pie over there looks funny. It's like a little,
Does.
like a little dance party on the ground.
Anyways, at some point, I guess with the assistance of Miro, the Reckoner is also assisting, and Izrin.
Too.
Is Izrin, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
Izrin and Argos.
And the Reckoner are all working, digging holes to bury, and as well his comrade. To work, and I guess the quick side events as Z and the champion both exit, and you're following the trail, and you notice it leads straight into the village, and that's where you lose it.
It may have shapeshifted to something else.
Well, seeing the carnage back there. I doubt it would want to leave such a great body it had.
Like, was it a sudden end, or does it just like one moment there's a footstep and the other there's a not suddenly not?
As in, you lose the trail. As in, at that point, it enters what you would assume the commotion of the city or the village.
How much
Sad
gold do I
ending.
recover off all these bodies?
Let's see. 600 GP. Each adventurer was apparently carrying 100 each.
Okay. I split that with everyone who stayed here, which is myself, Isrin, and Argos, and the Reckoner. Is Celeste with us, or did you follow the other ones?
Hmm?
Oh.
Okay, so just
I
600 divided
think
by
I was following Z.
so 150 each. And I just say that I'll as I'm splitting it, I'll spend my share to buy the grave markers in town.
Yeah, just starts asking the common folk. Z very much looks noble, also, to these commoners, if that's of any distinction to them.
Yes, the villagers tell you. You see half-eared orcs here all the time.
But did you see one particularly yesterday?
They're like thinking like, I mean, like, yeah, I see, like they're everywhere. This village is occupied by both man and orc. It's not strange to see a half-orc in here.
Z tries to think if there was any kind of distinguishing quality about Volgrim. At all.
Ouch!
I would say something, but I'm not there.
Mm-hmm.
They had a big eyebrow?
Like the villagers are just getting very confused, like by these line of questioning. You're not from around here. I can tell, but no, I'm really trying to help you out here, but there's you just not seen. The half orcs are everywhere. Gonna have to be a little bit more descriptive.
I have nothing to be more descriptive than that. I have nothing that can help with being more descriptive.
Have you seen this man?
At some point, do we meet back up with them, or is it continue to split?
No, at some point, you guys are. Yeah, at some point you finish all the graves. Easily finish up all the graves, and you explore the rest of this farm. You took note of the chest from before, and you don't see anything besides just what you assume was just like a line of combat as Volgrim, your ally, apparently just slayed a whole bunch of adventurers, and nothing else besides that, it seems.
I guess I turned to the people who had to help me bury. Said,
Mm-hmm.
I guess we should follow the tracks and find those impatient types again. As I slowly begin walking, however long it takes to find them.
Yep, the
Argos
Reckoner
follows
joins
after
you.
Peter.
Imagine Zeech has been going along this line of questioning, asking as many different people as they could while waiting for the others to catch up. But probably to no avail.
Yep.
Argos approaches a different line of questioning as he walks into each person.
I go up to my bad, sorry. I go up to Z and say, you know he had a helmet, right? That was uniquely magical that we got. Can you just locate that as you've been locating that dirty fingernail?
I have one spell remaining and was hoping to be more prudent with it. But if this is the only option we have...
In the meanwhile, Argos is questioning the townsfolk if they've seen somebody wearing this particular lightning or thunder jagged looking helmet.
Mm-hmm.
Z waits for the results of this before trying to use locate object.
Yep. Upon hearing this, the villager's like, yes, there was someone once wearing like a pretty fancy looking helmet. Well, not too odd given that all the orcs here have nice looking armor. But I from what I know, they made the trip back to Whitestone City.
They made the what? Yep, Argos kind of like puts his hand over his mouth. Oh dear. Yep, Argos just goes back to the group and is like, good news! I think I know where Volgrim is. And yes, and this is typically followed by bad news, yes? He happens to be in the city apparently.
It's true that they are back in the city. Locate object may not be able to do enough. Its radius is only 1,000 feet, and the city is much larger.
I just slowly drag my hand down my face and was like, I am not taking the blame for this. Can you report this through that tablet?
Z gives the news to the orb.
I imagine you give a brief description of Volgrim, now knowing, at least by your comrades, how he actually looks. And basically, he's been placed on high alert, or rather, the agent informs you that they're gonna report. They are basically making this a top priority, and they're gonna report this information to Lord Albert as soon as possible. I
think you know how Ace would say that.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
So as soon as they get the report, on the other end of the line, you just hear, "Oh shit! All right, don't worry, y'all. All right, we can fix this. I'm gonna tell all the guards and keep watch out. Right? You said that fancy helmet. We can work with that. I would kill the Big L too. Big L will know what to do. All right, I'm busy. Go away."
Yep, that's the exact response you get from the tab or the Ghost to Stone. Ghost Tiggy.
Well,
Now that I've
fellow-
buried more bodies and we've had this news, I just turn to the rest of the party and say, I think I'm going back to Whitestone. I need to order some gravestones and then call it a day.
I'm inclined to agree. We'll probably have to clean up this mess one way or another.
Oops.
I guess I also turn to the Minotaur and say, you and your companion, your surviving party members, can fold into ours if you'd like.
The Reckoner, he looks at the gnome. He's a little bit of a wild one, but if you'll have us, I'll do what I can.
Alright, I clap him on the shoulder and walk away.
Party member Gat. There's nothing more for us here in this little village.
Yep, and Argos just follows them back to the city.
Alright, so you make your way up through back to the city. Sorry, the units of measurement are actually a little bit skewed here, Z. I understand you're trying to use locate object, but I would say that you can only really search like a fifth of the city with it.
That's still quite a bit.
Yep, it's but it is
Is the current plan for everyone just to do a long rest or to search further?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Mira was just gonna go to the marketplace, order gravestones, and then long rest. I assume it took various hours or such to bury all the dead bodies
Yeah.
and
Yep,
travel
fair.
back and forth.
Mm-hmm. It will take various hours to accomplish that task.
And then I just spend the time, if the market's still open, looking for someone that sells gravestones or grave markers.
Yep, you easily enough. The marketplace is absolutely massive. They don't. It's not like they're like selling exact gravestones per se. It seems that the people who mine out some of the stone, or at least like the stone merchants, they have like a. Well, actually, no. This place is large enough. Yeah, you easily find an actual shop. They're like selling very very nice looking gravestones that they just sell. Does not look like this is cheap for, or at least this is not one of the necessary commodities that adventurers get for free though.
Yeah, I come up to the store and look around sadly, and I
Yep.
say, I need enough for however many bodies. They don't need to be amazing, but I do need some of them etched, as I give the 2 names I know from the Reckoners party.
Yep. Argos goes around and purchases some choice seashells, if he can.
Yeah. You eventually, yeah, you look around for shops. There are a couple.
Like sundries and shit.
You notice that there's like a very distinct looking like boat looking shop.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell that this is like a more of a seafaring style building with all like in terms of sea equipment. You easily find the shells that you're looking for.
Find some nice pearled ones.
And Miro, you as you're talking to the person, it's like, yes, I understand. We've Evan, it sucks, but we're actually making a lot of business. And that's an unfortunate thing to say, really.
Well, death and war is always somebody's profit.
As they look at you, they're just like looking up and down. Do you have a bag of holding? These things are pretty heavy.
I do, but I was planning on perhaps have someone that can. I'll pay the extra money for them to just take it there
Of course, we will
and
have
set it
that.
up. I give them the 2 locations of the mass graves, essentially.
They like take note of it. Like, we'll take them by wagon.
All right. How much is all that?
Let's see. That was a lot of graves. Let me go ahead and just tally up the total here.
While you're telling that, Argos buys 5 gold worth of seashells.
Yeah, Isrin will just send 50 gold back to the temple he was living at. Training
All right.
at.
For the labor and the amount of graves, it's gonna be 200 GP.
While the graves are being made, Argos fashions the seashells into something to decorate the graves with.
Yep.
Okay, so while all this is going on,
Mm-hmm.
can I come out here
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and like forage and stuff for like some herbs and stuff?
Just letting you know, you're a creepy looking gnome guy, just like wandering
Wow.
wandering the streets of out like he's getting pretty late. As you notice a group of men and clad in white as they approach you. Sir, I'm going to need you to head back into the wall. It is for your safety. You cannot trust these knights.
Wow, what's the night going to do to me?
We don't know when the demons will strike. It is best that you remain in the walls. He does not recognize you as an adventurer.
Well, how am I going to be in the walls? They're solid rock.
This paladin is just like, oh lord, why did I have to get stuck with the loony? Okay, I'm gonna need you to follow me. Let me
Okay.
just bring you to safety. As he just leads you back.
Where are we
to-
going?
He leads you back into the
Can
wall
I
of the city.
get?
It seems to be like, oh lord.
He presses you against the wall, and for a second nothing happens. Suddenly you sink into it.
Oh lord.
That's how the walls stay standing. Humanoid sacrifice.
The walls are actually a giant
Attack on
mimic.
Titan.
Yep, it's just Attack on Titan over
Yeah.
again.
Yep.
The walls are actually a giant mimic.
Oh lord. Alright, roll me initiative. Wait,
Alright,
what?
call
Yes,
up.
the wall comes
What?
to-
Sorry, a colossal mimic. There we go.
as the wall comes to life and starts devouring.
Alright.
No, keep him there. Keep him there. I still want to mess with him.
Yep, Argos finishes making these dainty decorations for the graves.
Yep, they ornate the graves with your the seashells that you provide them, the necklaces, and yep, and by wagon they just slowly start making their way to the village, to Forest View Village. You would imagine, since it's getting pretty late at night, they'd have probably arrived by nightfall.
I would recommend them not do that, but I guess.
Oh right, yeah, no, actually, yeah, no, they're smart enough. They're gonna
Wait till the next day, maybe.
yeah, they're gonna wait till the next day before leaving the wall.
Okay.
I caught myself about to notice that too. So no, they're not leaving, and they're gonna wait till the next day. All right. And is that just about everyone?
Is there like a shop I
Yeah.
can buy armor from?
Yes, actually. Celeste, you never had the opportunity, but I guess I'll give it to you now. While everyone is doing all of this, you're exploring the rest of Whitestone City's massive marketplace, and you stumble across Yield Magic Shop. This will be just for Celeste. Does everyone want to see it too, or?
No.
Okay, I'll just put it to Celeste.
Argos goes to find a pillow to put his head down on.
So you enter this building, Celeste,
Hmm.
and you are down here. As you enter, you just hear the ring, ring. As you see before you a massive row of bookshelves, each with a respective item, a magic item of uncommon up to very rare. And on the shelf, on this table to the left is another table lined with scrolls ranging from normal to like of the uncommon variety. As you entered, a gentleman steps from behind a curtain, and a customer. How is it? Yes. How can I help you?
Is that an owl?
Yes, that is in fact an owl. The owl stares at you with its golden eyes, as it just lets out a hoot.
Hello, what items do you have for sale today?
We got all kinds. We got everything. What do you want? We got it.
I was looking for some armor.
Armor. Okay, yes. Are you looking for the chain mail? Are you looking for the plate mail? Are you looking for the +1 or the +2? We got them all. This person feels absolutely confident that they have whatever you're looking for.
Should I just go for some? I did not think this far ahead. I don't know the difference between the different types of armor.
Okay, let me see. Your current armor that you are wearing is, I believe, chainmail, correct?
Think it. Yes.
Yes, you are wearing chainmail. So if you're looking for an improvement armor, that would be plate mail or chainmail +1.
What does how much AC is plate mail?
Plate mail is 18.
Cool. Cool. How much is your plate mail, sir?
Ah, we're going with the original, huh? All right, that's going to be 1,500 gold.
Hmm. It's a little much. How
Plate mail
much
is plate
is
mail.
a +1 chainmail?
All right, yep. We're going for the magical stuff. All right, good. Let's see. As he opens like a book, and he's like looking, he like fingers down to the chainmail +1, and then he reads, "That'll be 575 GP or gold
Hmm.
pieces."
Can you do 500?
Roll me a persuasion check. Now, quick question: do you have proficient?
Yes.
With persuasion?
Yes. Wait.
I just looked at your sheet here. I don't see that,
Wait.
but
Where am I supposed to look?
Is there a check mark next to persuasion?
Oh. No.
okay. Something seemed odd that the paladin had persuasion. Anyways, you know what? It's still a really good roll. So, yeah, he looks at you and just says, 500. With like a squinted eye.
Alright. I'll take it.
Yeah, he nods, and the owl above also gives a nod, and like, yes, that's a sale. As he takes the 520 GP, and he rounds the corner into the curtain, and then with like a puff of glitter from the outside, like, pah, as he steps out, and you see him holding the chainmail +1. All right, here you are. Pleasure doing business with you. Ain't that right, Kurbu? As he stares to his owl companion, who just nods.
Z would like to also enter this magic shop if they had a moment.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Shortly traveling after Celeste, they stroll up to the counter and just say, "You have anything that could make somebody look like a child?"
They look at you it's like, whoa. You got Eager McBeaver here. Let me see. Looking for disguises, huh? Why would you want to look like a child? No, I don't question. I just sell. Right. Yes. Hat
of disguise would be an option.
of disguise. Yes, we have that. That'd be 500 gold piece.
Slams it on the table.
Oh, alrighty. That's speaking my language. Ain't that right, Kurbu? As he behind the curtain, like, once again, as he returns with a what do I want to describe? You know what? It's gonna be funny. It's gonna look like those sorcerer hats that are like tall and pointy, kind of like a dunce hat or a party hat.
Yeah, Z refuses to wear it, but they keep it on the person. They immediately leave, even before Celeste leaves. Even if Celeste was there first.
Right,
Well, no.
Celeste just says thank you and backs away slowly. Felt very odd about that whole thing.
Just like I don't know about this person. I don't know why should I trust them?
And the last thing Z does before heading off to Longers potentially too is to get right around where the inn is. They proceed to use one more locate object. directed at the particular helmet that Volgrim had.
Mm-hmm. You do not sense it.
Z will not go to sleep in that tavern. They're still going to sleep in the other tavern to make sure the other thing doesn't die right now.
So keeping an eye on the dretch.
Yeah, they saw how close that thing was looking like it was going to die. They can't have it dying on them yet. Not now. They do inform. Who would they choose out of all these people to inform, actually? Probably just Miro then.
Looks like I somehow managed to drag my chat box off into non-existence. I'm just gonna refresh real quick to get it back. But
I love
either
when
way,
that happens.
Hmm?
I
Wow,
love
that-
when that happens.
just
All Z
drag-
gets back as a mental grunt.
Let's see. Now I'm just gonna do this real quick. Okay. The night passes by uneventfully. Nothing really happens. As everyone manages to get a good long rest after the events of what happened, and knowing that, shockingly, it seems that your companion has disappeared. You suspect he has probably entered the city and its whereabouts. Or you don't really know where he is, but you just know he's somewhere inside of Whitestone City. Go ahead and back to the Sentinel. So you guys wake up and are probably consuming your lunch, your breakfasts. All right, the Reckoner is joining your party now as he. Why can't I Is it the Discord thing? Yes. Okay. As he is fastened, just eating a meal.
Miro actually interacts with Argos and passes him the juice.
Thank you. He just drinks half the pitcher.
I guess as we're all sitting around here, I turn to the Reckoner and say, well, that village to the southeast was just a death trap. Have you heard any other rumors that we should investigate?
Have you seen that suspicious individual walking around the village?
Suspicious how?
Well, they were clad in some sort of cloak. However, approaching him, he just kind of left, but it did not seem malicious.
Ah, he seemed like a pretty pleasant fellow. I had a word with him as well. It seems he invited me to visit him, actually.
He made no mention to me to visit. Well, then again, I was separated from my party.
Perhaps first, let's make a run to make sure our old friend Volgrim, or at least his passenger, isn't up to anything foul.
Yes.
Well, I think we had to pick up that blue lizard boy. He went to the other inn. I don't know, and I look around, and I give up thinking about the other person we're missing.
All right, then let's go.
As
he chugs down like the rest of the pitcher.
you're hearing now from the stone. I'm guessing, does Z still have it?
Yeah.
The agent on the other end is relaying to you, to relay to your party, that there have been sightings of slain adventurers and some villagers at the around the south gate, and they're distinct and they're very similar to the ones as described before.
Right. Z takes note of this.
I assume eventually the party makes the way around to the other end, which is just the exact same, and goes to the stable.
Yeah. That's where you see Z. Like, with the hat
It's
on.
like it's the same. It's like the same chain of inns.
Yep.
Like it's like the Sentinel and the Watcher. So they're very keen on their brand names.
Argos takes a look around the structure. How do they do it?
Blueprints.
As they approach, Z notices them, and then with the hat of disguise, shapeshifts into the form of a child.
He actually is a
Argo-
kid now.
Argos frowns.
How tall are you? Because it can only drop you by 2 inches.
I thought it was an entire foot.
Or is it? That was 2 inches. Oh, it might be an entire foot. How tall are you?
Oh, foot shorter or taller. They're not like super tall, like 6 feet.
So you're still a 5 foot assuming child figure.
Yeah, have you ever seen a middle schooler, man? And I work with middle schoolers. I know how tall they are.
I'm 5 feet tall.
Same.
And we all appreciate it.
I
So you
could
put-
probably pass for a 12-year-old.
So you put on the hat of disguise dunce hat on, and you assume the figure of a teenager, I would say.
Do you just shrink to a foot shorter version of yourself, and that's it?
No, it does actually look like some random human child that they have seen.
Okay.
Like that, it can easily like there are 11, 12-year-olds that are 5 feet tall.
Yeah, I'm not.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, and I was telling that to Dusha. Sorry, I was telling Dusha.
Okay.
It's like, well, that's one thing we can try. But it's kind of, I look up at the sky, morning right now. I don't think they usually do anything then.
This is supposedly a tester. Even as like a kid, they have this unusually kind of stoic voice. And I'm just testing to see if this will even work for later.
Well, I understand you were a bit low on spells yesterday. Are you willing to scour the city around these sightings and dead adventurers to maybe locate Volgrim again?
Yes, but first a test. As you see them fall stoically to the ground and dramatically pose like they are unconscious.
In front of the dredge?
Not in line of sight of it, just like out of view.
Oh.
But like it can't miss the spot right there. That's
Oh, you're trying to get in its line of sight to do this, but you're not trying to be next to it.
no,
correct?
Essentially, it will be released. It will exit out, and it will see the unconscious child on the ground.
Argos makes a rather grimacing face as he just takes a step back.
As the dredge
Or
stands
5.
up, it just seems to just walk up and then start attacking No Odal.
I just face palm myself and
Argos is just shaking his
go into
head.
this and to get something to eat and drink.
It starts attacking the Oodle,
It starts attacking No Odal.
and then it wakes me up because I'm sleeping with no Oodle.
No roars and like paws at it.
Uh-huh. This thing is very weak. It certainly has like no strength, it seems. like super malnourished. The fact that it's barely alive and it's still just repeating in the same phrase. Even at this point, you're not even knowing Abyssal, you can say it's still saying the exact same thing.
Can I fire a firebolt at it? It woke me up. It attacked my friend Tiger.
Uh huh. Do you fireball it? Firebolt it?
Firebolt.
Tired bowl.
Firebolt. Bolt.
Yep. Roll me the damage.
7.
As yes, even with the healing from the cure wounds from before, it just burns and burns and then dies, saying the same phrase as it turns to ash.
Argos just walks away.
Z takes the hat off.
Like,
Next
that's-
time,
yeah.
next
So
time
much
we need to
time
get rid of
wasted.
anything nearby.
I turned to Argos following me. He's like, I almost feel the need to drink the day away already.
Indeed.
as I yell back in my old man voice, "Hey, blue kid, can we move on now?"
Z relays to them the information from earlier.
So we don't have to just scour the whole city using your spells. Did they tell us any locations?
They made mentions that it was closer to the south gate. That the sightings were seen.
I guess it's a good thing we came to the south end to find you. Did you want to head there and use the spell, or just start from here?
What was the question?
Did you want to use your spell here, or go to the south gate first?
Going to the
To
south
begin
gate
the
would
hunt.
make more sense.
All right, I let you lead the way since you're the one with the spell and the knowledge about it. Prudence.
Okay, while we're transitioning, does
Yeah, what's up?
anyone have Tasha's?
I do. Wait,
Yeah.
Tasha's what?
Cauldron of.
Oh, no, I don't.
The new book.
You're talking about? No, I don't. I
Have
thought you were gonna
access
say
to it?
Tasha's hideous laughter.
You have access to it?
Yeah.
Because I am looking for a spell. And it's
What?
only in Tasha's.
Which spell?
Summon Undead.
3rd level. All right. Or that works too.
Sorry guys, I'm just prepping the map. It won't take too long.
Okay.
I mean, or it's just here.
All right. So what was the intention? Are you using locate object from the inn, or once you arrived at the south gate?
Once they get to the south gate,
Right. So you guys make your way to the south gate. You appear here at the top. What you notice is 2 paladins and a couple of slain adventurers. Much in the same way that they were slain that you saw at the farm, it was clear that this person or thing was killing these adventurers with a massive great axe swing through the chest. And not even wait, hold up. Okay. Gosh dang it, why did I pull this thing to the side again? How do I put it back? I'm gonna put my chat log back in there. Oh, well, I'm just gonna minimize it. Anyways, yeah, as you see the two paladins in their white armor, as long as another paladin clad in green. You recognize this man as the first one that you saw when you entered Whitestone City. He is looking around. Seems to be investigating as well as to what may have happened here. And without the need for your locate objects, you notice that the helmet Deafening Thunder, is on the hands of this adventurer.
Well, I suppose we found the helmet.
As yes, the green paladin stares at you and says, "Oh, hello. This is a crime scene. If you guys can, not approach here and ruin it."
Ah,
Oh, wait, I think I've recognized you. You're other adventurers, correct?
correct. We are actually here to hunt down the owner of that helmet.
Owner of the helmet. Do you mean that one? As he points to the
Argos
the
is
one-
pointing at. Yep, Argos points right at the helmet.
Well, the man's already dead. Or oh, did you mean that the helmet used to belong to the killer?
Correct.
Well, I guess have a look at it. As Sarge stands to the side, or he just seems to like let you through, and he looks like he's ordering the paladins to like let you investigate. As he's investigating himself.
Do we see Volgrim's weapon amidst all the corpses?
No. If you're looking for his great axe +1, it is not here.
Maybe we should search for that instead. As I look to Z.
That's exactly what they do.
All right. Using the locate object. You just checking in. You do not sense it.
Any luck, Blue Lizard Boy?
Have you found a lead?
What was the reading?
You do not sense it.
That's what they told them.
I guess I come up to the leading paladin and ask, have you found any traces of the half-orc that did this?
Oh, it's a half-orc, huh? But no, unfortunately not. Well, these bodies were found just this morning. We suspect it happened overnight. We thought it was the demon attacks, but usually the demon attacks happen throughout the city. So it couldn't have possibly been.
And you found no tracks leading away from this scene?
No, it would seem not.
Well, I guess Volgrim knows how to do more than chop now that something has taken over its body.
This creature's surprisingly crafty. As he looks at the brutally chopped up bodies, but no no actual blood trail to be observed. Very crafty.
So doing my own investigation and like survival checks, or in my proficiency, I can't find any trace of Volgrim.
You find at most like navy cloths that were used to wipe the blood off his weapon, and they're like stored inside like a rag or whatever. But no, using like your investigation, your survival, you're like looking for like potential tracks. But because this is a heavily trafficked area, it seems that there's no distinguishing tracks that Volgrim would have made over the people, which is now basically like sort of like on lockdown.
Well,
Hmm.
we already
Alright.
reported his description. Just keep an eye out, I guess. And I look at
Oh,
the rest of the
you're-
party. Did you want to?
Sorry.
No,
Like
go
Sarge like hearing that, he's like, "Oh, you're the adventurers that have made the call about the individual, correct?"
I give a
that,
nod at.
that would be us.
Looks just like that. Except maybe he's changed his general features look like this. I don't know about his clothing anymore.
Sarge seems to nod. Is like I actually myself can cast locate object. I see that the he points to he kind of like he like points to the lizard folk there. What was the description you were using?
They pulled up the disguised version of the axe, like this.
As Sarge seems to like to inspect it, and it's like, all right, when I can, I will be using my own locate object as well. Let me see. As he looks at he's like looking for your stone, and he sees the familiar blue stone. Ah, it's him. May I have that for a minute?
Hand it over without any issue.
Hey, Ace! He's mentioning into the stone.
What you want?
Yeah, good to see you too. Relay the information to the other adventurer groups or to Lord Albert about the this killing. It seems that it's the half orc again. It seems that these attacks seem to happen at night. You can relay this to Lord Albert for me?
Alright, I'll tell the big elf for you.
Thanks. As he once again hands you the stone back. Sorry, old friend.
Well, for now,
What we can do
I
for
dodge
the-
a witch bolt, except it don't because it hits me.
Not like this.
I'm trying to. It doesn't have a wish bolt. I'm trying to fix it.
Holy crap!
Sarge looks to Miro and the rest of the adventurers and is like, well, just letting you know, the paladins are taking this in the utmost authority, and we've been given a substantial amount of diamonds. We're working on raising a lot of these adventurers as much as we can, but we can't always get to them in time.
I
When
think
they're
we have to
found-
take care of the source of the problem, and I
Yes.
don't just mean the half orc. But for now, how about you go 1,500 feet into the west, and we'll go 1,500 feet to the east.
We'll have to do what we can. Well then, let's go. As he and his paladins head out. I'll be sure to relay this information to Skylark, he says as he leaves.
I just look at them and going north. I'm like,
You said to the east,
I hate.
correct?
No, I pointed west, and then I see them go north. I'm like,
Oh,
I just face palm myself. And was like, I can't stand young people, even ones in armor, especially ones in armor. Well, Z, it's up to you. You're the one with the spell. But did you want to keep searching for them, or
I have
find
10
leads
minutes on
elsewhere?
this. May as well make use of it. Yeah, so they will search east, I think it was, right?
Argos Argos sits there for a second. Perhaps. Do you think you could cover more ground in the air?
Not particularly, no.
Ah, it's a shame. Actually, I do believe you can. He walks over to you. Argos walks over to Z and strums the ascending tune and casts Fly onto Z.
And Z uses the extra movement speed to try and search more city. For the next 10 minutes.
What do you say, DM? Does Z get a bit of extra coverage?
Yeah, he does. And even still, locate object is not finding him.
When they eventually land, they return back.
Mm-hmm.
So either they aren't actually in the city, and are hiding somewhere outside of it, or they're hiding in a different body at other times.
There's also the possibility that there is something preventing you from locating them. As you even put on, as locate object even has, can't locate an object in thickness of lead.
If Z tells us that it's possibly because he's encased in lead, I just laugh. It's like,
Oh,
if,
no, like
if for some reason Volgrim is encased in lead, I think we're just gonna leave him be. What an idiot!
They will surely die to it eventually.
well, like the choice of wording, but that there may be something preventing you from finding.
Yeah, I get it. I'm just laughing like Z brings up maybe because they're encased in lead. It's like,
Yeah,
I mean,
sorry.
if they're encased in lead, it's problem solved.
Choice of wording.
Well, I mean, did you want to spend the whole day hopefully finding him with locate object, or just find another lead into this general mystery and not Volgrim himself?
That paladin had mentioned that they only attack at night. Could simply just reserve it until then.
And do nothing with the rest of this day.
We have an actual mission to solve. This is all ancillary to that.
Yeah, that's why. Should we just check out the other village or check out more leads in this town if we find any?
In the meanwhile, Argos is like, "Hey, you by the fruit stand."
Actually, they're not there. Sorry, forgot to remove them from the scene.
Your eyes.
They fade into the wall.
Argos rubs his eyes. Huh.
Are you seeing things there, buddy?
Perhaps I've eaten something bad. As he
Well,
just
only-
puts his hand on his tummy. I'll
The
need to
only
watch
de-
what I eat next time.
The only
Yeah.
demon we had in captivity is Barjo Crisp.
Beware
That
the
is one of the leads
mushrooms.
that we have.
Mushrooms do that all the time.
All right.
The main thing
Oh.
is locating exactly where the demons are coming from. A source of some kind.
That is a possibility.
And by what means you want to do this? Questioning people, going to another village, looking for Volgrim.
I mean, there is the other village we haven't went to yet.
Yes, perhaps we should check another village.
Sounds fine to me.
For all we know, that might be where all of them are hiding out at. Mm-hmm.
We just need to make sure to return at night in case the demons arrive. Or this other demon infesting Volgrim.
Well, I'm fine with heading to the other village if everyone else is.
Yep.
All right, back to the map of Whitestone.
Yay.
Currently situated here to the south. The village whereabouts that you currently know of is the one to the left of Tanglewood, and one to the right that I believe Argos has a map that easily can tell you is
Mhm.
White Shield Clan camp.
Well, Z didn't want to go too far from the city so we can get back at night. Should we just head to the village near the southwest wall?
Yeah, sure.
And while we're on our trek there, if I see any like herbs that I can use, can I like pick them up, search for them, make sure.
What kind of herbs in particular are you looking for?
Well, I have an herbalism kit, and I was thinking about making some potions and shit.
Yeah, so I just need to know what kind of herbs in particular you're looking for.
I don't fucking know what kind of herbs.
Well, what kind of potions do you want to make?
Oh. Health potions. Health potions.
What do health potions need?
Not like
I
that's a
actually,
particular description.
yeah, it doesn't
Hold up,
say.
guys. There's no actual path from the village
I mean,
here.
do we need one? Can we just follow the wall?
I just
Like
use the
that.
map to
It's like that.
guide us there.
Right here.
Okay.
It's a long
I mean,
way.
I mean,
Longer way.
are we literally? Is there like invisible wall here that says you need a load
No,
to get past this part or something?
There's just not gonna be like a clear dirt pathway like there was to this, but
Yeah,
it doesn't matter all that much.
But we know where it is, right? So.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
just
you guys
follow the
do.
map.
Easily you arrive at that city. And to be frank, guys, I was not expecting you guys to go to Tanglewood so fast. Let me. I do not have this map and they're ready for you. So here's what we will do. You'll arrive on the outside of Tanglewood. It's a small village, much like Forest of View in the other one. Much less farmy, as the soil in this area is not that great. It seems that they attempted to, but it's mostly just swamp, and people live here. It's kind of a grueling place, not terribly good to look at. And roughly around the center of the village, you notice a grand garrison, much like the one you saw when you first entered Whitestone City to the right. So the garrison is what you assume where the paladins are trained, or where they're kept, and they seem to be the main protectors of this village. As unlike Forest View, it's pretty much just strictly of the human variety, no orcs of any kind. So it's going to be somewhat theater of mind until having the actual map ready. But feel free if you want to talk to the villagers.
Well, for me, I think I'm pretty hungry right now. I haven't eaten yet, and it's getting pretty late.
Oh, you want to call it there for now?
I'm probably gonna step away to eat dinner or something.
Okay.
I'm fine with ending it here in case you guys wanted to end it.
Yeah, since
Yeah,
we
it'll
have
give you
the
time to
map
prepare a map
ready
anyways.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It'll give me time to finish this map in particular. I have it ready. I just didn't
Oh.
finish it up.
Feel like good timing to end it for tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And Josh, I'm looking for ingredients to make a health potion, and I'm just not seeing any.
I mean, he would just have to
feel
make
like-
it up on his
Yeah.
end.
Oh, I have to make it up
That-
on my end?
There's
Okay.
no
Or-
specific, or you can be like you get enough herbs to make a certain amount if you succeed on making.
Yeah.
Okay, that's how we're gonna do it then. Go ahead and roll me a d20.
There's
I
some
mean-
rules of the herbalism kit
Yeah.
in Xanatar's.
But I mean, when we were doing like whatchamacallit, when we were doing ghosts, the lizard queen is supposed to give you like a potion of superior healing made with swamp water.
Oh,
So
okay.
I feel like it could literally be anything you want. You just
There is rules, but it still doesn't tell
Yeah.
you very much in terms of herbalism
Mhm.
kit.
so really it's up to you.
Okay.
It just has to be. I feel like maybe it has to be convincing on the player's end as well.
Looks like it takes a day of downtime, 25 gold pieces of materials, in this case 25 gold pieces of herbs, so you can decide how long it takes to collect those, and proficiency with herbalism kit.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds appropriate. All right. I'll come up with something for you, Mugen, but probably won't be tonight.
Okay.
I'll just say you trekked the long way along with your comrades on your way to Tanglewood Village.
Okay.
Yep, on the way. Have I told you about the time I once sang about a noble? Oh boy, he did not like that at all.
Well, most nobles don't like to be sing about.
I sang about how his wallet matched his and then he kind of just like motions at a very large body.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Talking
the
about
rest
his
of the
figure
townfolk
and
were
his
starving,
money.
you know. Yep.
Talking
It,
about his.
Hmm?
Talking about his figure and his money. Not a good. Nope. Nope.
Oh, you should have seen how well the town was eating. Not the good
Well,
place.
the mystery deepens as to what is happening with Volgrim and his night tirade. You guys cleared out the windmill, discovered the farm, and basically Volgrim is basically going crazy.
But
Not
it's
like he
not
was.
actually Volgrim.
Yep, not actually Volgrim. And currently on your way to Tanglewood Village. I think I just mentioned it's mostly swamp, and there are gonna be like a couple of sad onlookers, but I'll get to as soon as I finish the map. It'll be all right up and snuff for you guys. Sorry if it seems like you guys are really tossing me for a loop with some of your guys' decisions, but I'm glad to see it. It means I just need to prep even more. It seems.
Well, them's the breaks, kid.
Yep, them's the breaks.
Them's breaks.
Alright, well yeah. Fun session.
Yeah, good session. Got some revenge for Other, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Gave
that
him-
fight was pretty spicy.
Yeah.
I'm glad I removed the light sensitivity. Otherwise, that fight would have been a snooze fest for you guys.
Pretty clutch slow spell.